Thank you, Conference. It is a huge privilege to address you for the first time as the Secretary of State for Wales. And as the first woman to be Labour Secretary of State for Wales, I'm so proud to be working alongside my friends and colleagues, Eluned Morgan and Dame Nia Griffith, in a new era for Welsh Labour and for women's representation at the top of Welsh politics. We earned a resounding mandate at the general election. 27 of the 32 members of Parliament in Wales are now Labour MPs. But there's not a single Tory MP left in Wales. And that result is in large part because of the dedication of members, volunteers, trade union friends and party staff in this room and across the country. So I want to say thank you for pounding those pavements, for every door you knocked, for every conversation that you had. You have helped deliver on the once-in-a-generation opportunity to have two Labour governments at both ends of the M4 working together to deliver on the priorities of people across Wales with our mission-driven government. Thank you. But with that special opportunity comes a huge responsibility to deliver and to do so quickly. And that's what I want to talk about today. Because Conference, as we know, the inheritance that the Conservatives left us is worse than we ever could have imagined. That £22 billion black hole in the public finances just in this financial year. Those pie-in-the-sky commitments that the Tories made to people across Wales, but with no money to pay for them. A toxic legacy of distrust between both governments. And a Wales office that had been deliberately led to bypass the Welsh Government. But even in those difficult circumstances, we've already found ways to demonstrate the difference that two Labour governments can make. We've fundamentally reset the relationship between the UK Government and the Welsh Government. And Eluned and I are forging a new partnership based on respect, cooperation and delivery. We're securing a sustainable future for steel in Wales, the lifeblood of so many of our communities. In just 10 weeks, this Labour government negotiated a better deal with Tata that secures the immediate future of Port Talbot, lays the foundations for future investment and enhances protections for the workforce in Port Talbot, in Llanwern, in Trostre and in Shotton. But I'm all too aware it remains a difficult time for affected workers, their families and our steel communities. Under the Conservative government, not a single penny of the money promised to support our steel communities went out of the door. But just a month after taking office, I was proud to announce the first release of £13.5 million in support, because we're putting a safety net in place because this Labour government will always back workers and businesses, whatever happens. Working with Transport Secretary Ken Skates, we've announced boosting the number of trains running on the North Wales Main Line by 50%. That will be a key improvement passengers will see on the platforms, not some half-baked promise that never leaves the station. And we've established the publicly owned Great British Energy. That will supercharge the strides that Welsh Government has already made. Our investment will unleash the potential we have for clean power in Wales, from new nuclear in Ynys Môn to floating offshore wind in the Celtic Sea, and the development of our ports at Milford Haven, Port Talbot, and across South Wales. We will seize the golden opportunity of this new industrial revolution for Wales, drive down energy bills for good, and place Wales at the forefront of those industries and jobs of the future. But we know there's more to do to deliver positive change in people's lives that we promised. And that's why today I'm proud to announce a new partnership between our two Labour governments to drive down NHS waiting lists on both sides of the border. UK government will take inspiration from Wales on dentistry, where reforms have already unlocked almost 400,000 appointments in the last 2 years, and we're a nation of only 3 million people. And the Welsh Government will benefit from best practice shared by NHS England, as my colleague Wes Streeting oversees the rollout of new, more productive ways of working across England to deliver those 40,000 extra appointments every week. This is the beginning of a new way of working together that will help improve outcomes in both nations and deliver on our missions. And it's only been possible because a changed Wales office under Labour has a strong voice across government. I will always be our fiercest advocate in Westminster, leading a recharged Wales office and a brilliant team of Welsh Labour MPs. From Penarth to Pembrokeshire to Prestatyn, reaching into every part of Wales and back across Welsh and UK governments to make sure Wales gets what it needs. And Conference, we will deliver on our missions to create wealth from every community for every community. Because Conference, this job is personal for me. I was born in Wales, I grew up in Wales, and now, as a privileged member of this new UK Labour government, I'm ready to deliver for Wales. Thank you very much.